New studies are pinpointing exactly why we experience joint pain as we age. These reasons include the decline of collagen, enzyme attacks, and the lack of lubrication from hyaluronic acid. The good news is these same studies also show that you can combat joint pain with the right ingredients. That's why I highly recommend tougherjoints.com. This product has science-backed ingredients your body needs to solve joint pain by restoring, protecting, and lubricating your joints. Get Tougher Joints for 51% off by clicking on this link in the description box below. Good evening. I'm still reporting on the Green New Deal. President Joe Biden is moving the country as quickly as he can away from fossil fuels and to wind and solar power as the Green New Deal lurches towards reality. Last summer, California endured rolling blackouts caused by overcast skies, little wind, and high temperatures that were using up electricity that California usually buys from neighboring states. Californians don't want dirty fossil fuel burning power plants in their home state, but evidently have no problem buying the electricity produced by those nasty, dirty fossil fuel plants in neighboring states. Some people might find that hypocritical, but California wants to be the greenest state in the country with the lowest carbon footprint, but they also want plenty of electricity. The problem with that goal is related to the problem that Texas is having this week, with rolling blackouts in part because about half of the wind turbines are frozen and people need a lot of electricity for heat. Americans have grown up with and depend upon reliable electricity delivered 24/7. Summer thunderstorms cause temporary outages, as do winter ice storms, but the problem is with the delivery system and not caused by a lack of electricity to deliver. Both Texas and California have experienced power outages of an entire different sort in the past year. The delivery system, the wires going to practically every building, are in fine shape. The problem is the utilities don't have enough electricity to provide for all their customers. This is a problem that is going to become more commonplace as utilities are forced by the government to close down reliable coal, oil, and gas plants and replace them with solar panels. Wind turbines work great when the wind is blowing at the optimum speed. No wind and the turbines don't turn, and too much wind and the turbines have to shut down to keep them from destroying themselves, and when it gets really cold, they freeze. On sunny days, solar produces a lot of electricity, but not at night, and little on cloudy days. Solar and wind can't produce electricity 24/7, and they have another limitation that is often ignored by the green energy proponents. A fossil fuel plant can be cranked up when more power is needed and turned down when less power is being used. Solar and wind, you get what power you get when you get it. If it's a sunny, breezy day, solar and wind are cranking out the power. On an overcast, still day, not so much. The operators control how much electricity is produced by a fossil fuel plant, and the weather controls how much electricity is produced by wind and solar, which is why Texas had rolling blackouts. A lot of power was needed because the temperatures were at record lows, but instead of being able to crank up the wind turbines, about half of them were completely shut down just when they were needed the most. Needless to say, solar doesn't provide much electricity in a blizzard either. Imagine having an all-electric house to reduce your carbon footprint and driving an electric car. When the electricity goes down, not only do you not have heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, lights, and all of that, but you have no way to charge your car to go somewhere that does have electricity so you can charge your phone or order a pizza. So, what do you do if you perceive your electricity supply to be unreliable? You do what more Americans are doing every day: invest in a home generator. You probably won't be able to buy a generator in Texas for months, but what makes it all so rich is that home generators run on fossil fuels, are more expensive, less efficient, and produce more greenhouse gases per kilowatt than the utilities. So one result of this green movement is going to be millions of home generators producing the greenhouse gases and pouring out more pollution into our neighborhoods. But if the country is to move to renewables as Biden wants, Americans are going to have to adjust to a world of rolling blackouts and intermittent energy supply, except those who have their own generators. Or, to quote the Trump,
"Darling, I want to watch television. I'm sorry, the wind isn't blowing." An economy based on wind. I never understood wind. I know windmills very much. They're made in China and Germany mostly. Very few made here, almost none. But they're manufactured tremendous, if you're into this, tremendous fumes, gases. So tremendous amount of fumes and everything. You talk about the carbon footprint. So they make these things, and then they put them up. And if you own a house within vision of some of these monsters, your house is worth 50% of the price. They're noisy. They kill the birds. You want to see a bird graveyard? You just go. Take a look. A bird graveyard? Go under a windmill someday. You'll see more birds than you've ever seen ever in your life. In California, they were killing the bald eagle. If you shoot a bald eagle, they want to put you in jail for 10 years. A windmill will kill many bald eagles. It's true. And you know what? After a certain number, they make you turn the windmill off. That's true, by the way. They make you turn it off after you. And yet, if you killed one, they put you in jail. That's okay. But why is it okay for these windmills to destroy the bird population? And that's what they're doing. I'll tell you another thing about windmills. And I like all forms of energy. And I think really they're okay in industrial areas, like you have an industrial plant, you put up a windmill, et cetera, et cetera. And they're ruined. And you know what they don't tell you about windmills? After 10 years, they look like hell. They start to get tired, old. You got to replace them. A lot of times people don't replace them. They need massive subsidy from the government in order to make it. No, we're doing it right. We're doing it right. And our numbers environmentally right now are better than they've ever been before, just so you know. Because I'm an environmentalist. I am. I want the cleanest water on the planet. I want the cleanest air.
I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of American freedom. Good day. Every doctor on TV says that we all need to boost our immune systems. And STEM Enhance does that in a unique way by increasing blood levels of your own adult stem cells, the backbone of your immune system, by over 30% in just 1 hour. Click on the link in the description box below for details.